It's been a month since the quarantine for the coronavirus began, still with no end yet in sight. And I have to say, it's really opened my eyes to the way I've lived. When you're so used to being free to go out and do what you want, whenever you want, only for a quarantine to suddenly go into effect, you quickly realize how being stuck in some place, even your own home, can suddenly feel like a prison. One that's very comfortable, but a prison nonetheless. Even just going to get groceries has become a hassle, and even dangerous. But one thing that truly terrifies me right now is that what's gonna happen once this quarantine's done? Will I still have a job? If not, where should I look to try and get hired? Will I have medical insurance? Will I be stuck as a part-time employee? Will they even pay me more than minimum wage? These thoughts have been running through my head ever since I got laid off from my job. And one option that seems to keep making its way back into my mind is, what about joining the military? Some of the pros to joining are that they have great medical insurance, and depending on what branch you join, really good pay too, with the possibility of even traveling abroad to be stationed at an embassy or even a military base. But in that same breath, I realized that as an only child, if I go into the military, there is a very good possibility that I may come back out in a box. And with no children or spouse, I wouldn't even have a legacy to leave behind. So with all these thoughts going on in my head, I started isolating myself in my room, brooding. And with all of the rain and thunderstorms going on, means that I can't even go outside to just enjoy the spring weather or do some much needed yard work. All I want to do anymore is just lay down and do nothing when it gets like this. I'll work on my homework, watch movies, play some video games, or even read a book. And the news doesn't help the mood either.
The new study shows coronavirus could be more contagious than previously thought.
Everywhere you look,
Scientists in Italy
you
say
see that the
virus
infection rate
has
just
been
keeps
detected.
rising, as well as the death toll.
The new
So
case
if I
confirmed
can,
in Boston,
I
and
stay away
word
from
now
the
that
news as much as I
Department of
can.
Defense will be providing
Instead,
quarantine facilities if needed. The coronavirus death toll.
Joining us now is NBC News science contributor Joseph Fair. Dr. Fair, good seeing you. A pretty stunning announcement today from the World Health Organization, now saying there's no evidence that COVID-19...
Another thing that adds on to my mounting stress from all of this is that somehow, even after completing all of the classes that I needed to finally graduate, I find out I'm still a single credit short, and therefore I can't graduate. And because of the ridiculous amount of emails that I receive daily from the college, most of which are just little news blurbs that aren't very important, I ended up ignoring the email that would have gotten me a free class that would get me that last credit and forgot about it while I was working. And I ended up missing out on graduating on time. So I decided something on this miserable day. As long as this pandemic keeps going on, all I can do is just take things one day at a time. Some days may be better than others, but I just have to look at the bright side of things. I still have a roof over my head, food to eat, and a family that cares about me and will help me. So I'm going to start learning a new language, and I'll start exercising at home to keep myself active when it rains, and go walking when it isn't. All in all, I have to say things could be a lot worse. But in the end, I'll follow my path wherever it takes me, and I will make the most of it, because even the darkest days will make way for the dawn.